Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, GP Artworks. And if you haven't been here before, glad to see you. Hopefully you'll consider subscribing and also clicking that like button so that I know that you like what you see. But today I'm going to try another wet technique of some wildflowers, kind of the lupine thingies, and I'm going to do kind of I'm going to see how it works to do them kind of like I did the trees last time, and we'll see how that works, where you do a lot of color and then you run the water through it and bring it up, and they kind of make the whole color behind type thing. We've been driving several places that have these flowers growing along the side of the road, and they're just so gorgeous. And I was like, ooh, I want to try doing that in a painting with watercolor, just because, you know, see if we can. And try and get the thicker paint in there. And kind of a pink one too. So there were two different colors on the ones that I saw the other day, and I was like, how do we do that? Okay, try this stupid phone. Not as pink as I wanted. Let's see if we can get some more pink. I don't know. I've discovered, at least with the paints that I've been using, pink is an interesting thing for watercolor. It's like, do you have a pink? Do you just do light red? Because it doesn't really work well for me. So I'd be interested in hearing what it is that you do for your pink, for your colors like that. Okay, now let's see if we can do some water on it. And I think I got too much paint still on there, because we're not trying to, well, no, that's not really working, is it? That one works a little bit better. I think I'm going to blot that a little bit, see if we can't get a better color going. Oh, you kind of have the outline of it, which that's probably going to work. And get the pink. Like I said, not really doing the pink well here. Okay, let's try some more over here. Okay. Let's head over to these. Mm. And as I do with most of mine, it's kind of experiment. So hopefully I'm teaching you that it's not a scary thing to experiment. You never know what's going to turn out. Especially with watercolor. This almost looks like trees, doesn't it? That's interesting. Put some more of the darker color in there. And it's wet enough that it's bleeding, which is what we wanted it to do. But the pink did not go. So, I have to figure out this whole what to do with pink. I'm gonna do cherry blossoms that are pink, but they're kind of using the red and toning it down. So that's where you run into that. Which color do you use for? So I'm gonna try some over here. See if that turns out a little bit more pink, which, yeah, it's a little bit more of a pink. Using the cerulean red. I think it's, no, it's not, cerulean's blue. I'm sorry, I don't have brain working today. Crimson red. That's a really nice red. So, yeah, interesting. Now I'm gonna need to try to decide if I want to let that dry for a minute before I add the green, or if I want to add the green with it. I'm gonna pick up some of this on the end. No, actually, I might do some of the green with it wet and see how it blends with the flowers. Picks up some of that when you go over it. Wanted to do it on my smaller pad, but it's the pad that it's not glued on the sides, and I knew it would just warp. And I didn't want to see that and deal with that, so we're using this one. And that was too strong over there. Let's lift some of that up. Yeah, I don't know. That's a little bit of a just clumpy. Clumpy. And we'll do a little ladybug over here. I'm going to do a little bit of splooching. Whoa! Well, that didn't go very well. Yeah, I do not like that in the middle of the painting. Not like I'm liking the painting, but I don't want to swatch in the middle of it either. So, and all over my painting pad. Oh, I am a messy painter. I don't know about you, but yes, I'm a messy painter. And I think we need a little bit of green sploosh in there. And for some reason, I feel like a butterfly. So we're going to do a little monarchy butterfly over here in the corner. If I can get it to... As far as color-wise, I'm not very good when it comes to butterflies for some reason. I just... don't always... I mean, definitely they don't look real. So... And I don't know why I worry about that when none of my art is realistic. Anyway, it's just what I want it to be. So I'll do a little... Well, that's not too bad. And the little ladybug. Well, it was an experiment. And it is what it is. So we'll have to see what we come up with next time. But hopefully you've enjoyed our little painting today. We'll see what we come up with tomorrow. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and be sure to come back next time. Have a great day.